What's going on, guys? Camilo here. Welcome back to another video. If you guys didn't see recently, the GameCube just turned 20 years old last week, and I thought it might be fun to actually go onto eBay and see what the GameCube market's looking like. I've kind of had a pulse on what GameCube prices are. There's like a lot of games out there that I'm like, I don't really know what this is going for. So I thought it'd be cool to do some online window shopping, because I don't really have any retro game stores near me. It's kind of sad. So we're gonna do the next best thing and troll eBay for some GameCube games. My GameCube collection is like not amazing. I've got like a really few good gems in there, but it's nothing like I don't really have like an expansive GameCube collection, and I'd like to add some new things to my collection if it's not too overly expensive. So let's see what we're working with. Also, before we get started, don't forget to super smash bros that like button and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Now let's dive in. Before we look at eBay, I want to show you guys this cool website you can use to track certain game prices. You can track the overall price of a game for a certain console. You can use this website called pricecharting.com, and I have the GameCube page pulled up here, and you can see here what the average price for a GameCube game has been over the past 13 years or so. Looks like it started in 2008. So you can see starting in like 2008, it started to dip all the way down into like 2012. And then ever since like 2012, the price has been going up. And you can see here this spike. This is right here on March 1st, 2020. We all know what happened in March 2020. Yeah, the pandemic happened and this price just skyrocketed. And it's kind of up here now, and I'm not really sure if it's gonna go down. All the other old Nintendo consoles have this like upward projection too from the pandemic, so it's not really clear what the future is gonna be if these games actually come down. I don't really think they're gonna come down. The general increase over the years usually comes from the people who are nostalgic for a certain console. Once that generation is disposable income and starts to get nostalgic for a certain console, they're gonna start buying it up. And for GameCube, we've definitely reached that point. If you grew up with the GameCube, you're probably like in your late 20s now, and you got disposable income, you probably have a good job, and you might not have kids yet, so you're just spending your money on the things that make you nostalgic. So nostalgia and the effects of the pandemic, I feel like we're gonna see some very expensive games. Okay, so why don't we look at I think the best-selling GameCube game was Melee, so what about Smash Melee? And let's look at sold listings to see how much people are paying for them. Now, it looks like it's going for, that one's for 40. 70, 50, 60, 50. Okay, so maybe around like 50 to 70. So it's probably around what it came out as. I know GameCube games sold initially at $50, so it's not terrible. I mean, this game hasn't been released on any other platform but the GameCube, so it's all right. You're not really getting a deal, but it's you're not being ripped off either. Another interesting one to look at would probably be Mario Sunshine, because Mario Sunshine was re-released into 3D All-Stars, but technically you can't buy that game anymore. But that version would make this obsolete. So, okay, it's not that bad. 35, 34. This game was like $70 before 3D All-Stars came out. So I guess it's good that it's fallen back down in price. So not a bad deal. But if you can get your hands on 3D All-Stars, I would definitely recommend that over playing the original. So now let's talk about a game in a kind of similar situation. Not really, because this was on the Wii U. Wind Waker for the GameCube. So this one looks like it's a little bit more expensive. It's like 56, 66, 64, 55 for just the disc. Okay, maybe looking more like 60 is the average. That's 60 for just the disc. What's crazy is I remember buying this game in like 2011 for like $20. That's crazy. I'm still so happy that I bought that then. It's such a cool find. Yeah, so this one's looking a little pricey. I still think this will make it onto the Switch. I don't know how they can just not put this on the Switch. It was on the Wii U. That'd be a super easy port for them to put Wind Waker on the Switch. Yeah, so I would wait on this one, because if they release it for the Switch, it's definitely going to drop in price here if you just want this like for collection purposes. So I'd say wait on the Wind Waker. What about Mario Kart Double Dash? That one's really cool. This one too, I think I bought the same time I bought Wind Waker, and it was probably like $20 in 2012. It's actually not that bad. 44, that one's a little high. 70, 40 for just the disc. 25 for the Japanese version. Oh wait, maybe 70, 50. This is $30 for just the case. Yeah, man, they're all sitting in that like 50. They're all sitting in like just above retail price, like 60 to 70 if you want like the full like complete in box. Which, I mean, it's getting up there. Like it's probably gonna keep going up. So if you really want these games, I'd say maybe get it now. I don't, unless they like do like added GameCube games and N64 games to like the Switch the Switch online service with like a tiered membership. Like you're probably never gonna play these games unless you have a GameCube. So if you really want it, I think you're safe in just getting it now. Now let's talk about Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I've been wanting this game for my collection for a little bit, maybe like the past like few months I've been looking at it. It's like $100, which is like double the price of what it came out as. I know everyone says it's the best game and it's like so worth it to play this game. Don't tell anyone, but I'm playing this on a homebrew Wii. What? Who said that? Yeah, so like for me personally, I can't justify spending like $100 on a GameCube game like that. If it went down to like the retail price, if it went down to like 50, 60, I might bite, but I think 100 is too much. I hope they remaster it, but I don't think they will. I think they're going in a different direction for the Paper Mario series. Like the new games are nothing like the old games. Okay, this one hurts my heart a little bit because Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is like $130. It's freaking ridiculous. Oh man. I don't own this game, but I want this game in my collection so bad. I have Pokemon Colosseum. That's the game I had growing up, but I guess I didn't know about this game, or I didn't know to ask for it as a kid. The Shadow Pokemon mechanic is like really, really cool to play with. And they kind of brought it back in Pokemon Go, but it's like not really the same thing as the original Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness. So I would love for this game to get remastered or something, get re-released. Jeez, these are so good. Just for comparison, I think Colosseum is a little cheaper, but it's like still kind of expensive. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. They're like the same. Oh gosh. Well, good thing I already have a copy. What about Animal Crossing? The original Animal Crossing for GameCube. Yeah, I mean, it's like full price. It's like 50, 44, 40 for just the disc. It's not, it's actually maybe a little cheaper than the other ones we've looked at. So yeah, it seems like it's the original price it launched at, which is still crazy. But it's not like it's like more expensive than it originally was. If you want to get really ridiculous, let's see how much the Zelda Collection for GameCube is, because that is probably insane. Actually, I thought it was gonna be a lot more. So just the disc is like $50, and then the whole box is like 80, 70. I thought it was gonna be like 100 and something. If some of you don't know what this was actually a GameCube collection of 4 different Zelda games. It had Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. And I think it also had a demo for the Wind Waker on it. It's not necessarily the most useful game to own because all of these games are like playable on so many other things, but as like a collector's piece, it's a nice thing to have. What about a series that started on the GameCube? Pikmin. Yeah, $55, $40. I kind of actually want this game, but I kind of want the Wii version and not the GameCube version because the first Pikmin game I played was Pikmin 3, and I played that with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, and that was just like the perfect way to play Pikmin for me. Like I can't go back to like a regular controller. So I'd rather play it with the Wii control. So probably stay away. Me personally, I'm gonna stay away from the GameCube one. I'm still trying to find a Wii version of it. What about Kirby Air Ride? I actually really like that game on the GameCube, and it's probably like the only Kirby game like I actually like. And it's actually empty case. Okay, so we're gonna ignore empty cases. $85. Damn. $65. No manual. Seems a little with disc with manual inserts. 70. 45 for just the disc. Okay, I mean it's up there. It's not ridiculous, but it's up there. It'll cost a little bit. But this game is really cool. It's like a racing Kirby game, and I feel like it's like the only Kirby game to be like fully 3D, because like there are some like maps in there where you can just kind of like freely roam around and stuff on your I think you could like walk around and like ride your star and stuff. So I'd love to see a new game like this. I'd be down for that. I'm just not into like the 2D Kirby games as much. So I'm not really a big Fire Emblem fan, but this game should send the message that some games are in a really bad situation right now. It goes for like $200, $260, maybe like even $300. I know this game has been like historically very expensive, and I think like even like a few years ago, like we could check it, it was like in the above 100. Like, yeah, like even in like 2016, 2015, it was like $100. But like recently it's just gone up and up and up, and this one's just so high. Oh my god. So I mean, if you're a diehard that like really wants this, maybe you're getting this, but holy crap, that is a lot of money for this one game. So I guess the point I'm trying to make in this video is that GameCube looks like it's continuing to rise in price. So if there's a game out there you've been kind of eyeing, maybe now is the time to get it. If a game is likely to reappear on a future console like Wind Waker, I would be shocked if Wind Waker didn't appear on the Switch at some point. I'd say probably wait on those, because a new release will depreciate the original copy of it. But if it doesn't look like there's a new release in sight, you might be better off biting the bullet now versus waiting a few more years when they're even more expensive. So now I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below of the rising price of GameCube games. How do you go about buying retro games, and are there any games you're on the lookout for now? Also, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I love talking about retro games. Don't forget to Super Smash Bros. That like button, and I will catch you in the next one.